Assalamu alaikum. Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has told us that there are creations called angels, and that these angels are working for Allah. There is one who are taking care of the children of Adam. They are taking the record. They are doing everything. And Rasulullah Sallam told us that they are created from light. In the hadith of Aisha radiallahu anha in the Sahih Muslim, Rasulullah Sallam says, خُلِقَتِ الْمَلَائِكَةِ مِن نُورٍ. The angels are created from light. And Rasulullah told us that every Thursday they used to ascend with the goods of the, the deeds of the children of Adam, and they take the record, they keep it somewhere in the outer space. So Allah is saying in the chapter of Sajdah, يدبر الأمر من السماء ثم يعرج إليه في يوم كان مقدار ألف سنة ما تعدون. Allah is the one who is ruling the cosmic affairs. Then the record of the children of Adam is taken by angels at the speed at which one day is equal to 1,000 years of our own calculation. So let's break down the calculation and see. He said that one day the angels speed and our own calculation. He said one day of the angel is equal to 1,000 years of our own calculation. And we all know that in a month, because when the Quran was revealed, the people were using the lunar calculation. The Muslims, they were using the lunar calculation. And therefore, in each month, for a complete revolution, we have 29 days. And 29 days in a year, we are going to have 12 months. This is going to give us about 348 days. That means we have 348 days in a month, in a complete month. So let's convert these 1,000 years to months so that our calculation will be a month. We have the number of days in a year, 348 days. We multiply it by this 1,000 and divide it by 29 days. That is going to give us 12,000 lunar orbits. So that means 12,000 times of lunar orbit is the same with this. Now keep this constant, and this is what we find from the verse as our formula. We are going to apply the formula now. That means that one day of the angel is equal to 12,000 lunar orbits. And lunar orbit, it is well known that for us to calculate the lunar orbit, we have the product of velocity and the time. And the velocity is the speed at which the moon is moving. And NASA also have stated that the speed is 3,683 kilometers per hour. Multiply by the time. The time, what is that? Is, since our calculation is going to be in hour, remember this one is in hour. So we have the, this is the sun, and this is the moon, and this is the earth. For instance, when for instance the moon is, this is the moon. If it starts moving, it is revolving around the earth, and this earth is also moving around the sun. So the point at which the moon starts moving is from here. When it starts moving and continue, it will have to continue and reach this point before it starts another movement. Now this happened not in 29 days, it happened in 27.3 days with some decimal, because it happened after 27 days and some hours and some minutes and some seconds. So it is mentioned with some decimal, 1660321. So it is 321. It's 321 days. So this one is, when we convert it to hours, we have 24 hours. So let's see what is going to give us. 27.32166 multiplied by 24 hours. That is going to give us 655. So that is 655.71984 hours. multiply by the cos theta. Then why are we using cos theta? Because here we have a right angle here, because we are dealing with the synodic disk. Uh, here we have in a complete revolution of heliocentric, we have, this is the theta, and the sun is at the hypotenuse while the moon here is at the adjacent. That is why we use the cos. So when we use cos theta, which is adjacent over hypotenuse, we can easily get our theta when we multiply because it is a revolution, complete revolution. We have 360-degree multiplied by the number of days, which is 27.32166, divided by 365.2, because in a year we have 365 days with some hours, and that is why it is 0.2. When you do that, you are going to have 360 multiplied by 27.32166. When we divide it by 365.2, we are going to have 26.9. And here is going to give us 26.93266. Now, we'll go on now, we multiply entirely. What is it going to give us? Now, 1 day of the angel is 12,000 times the lunar velocity, 3683 kilometer per hour, multiply by 655.71984, multiply it by the cost of 26.9. Now what are we going to have? Let's calculate it. We have 12,000 times 3683 times 655.71984 multiplied by cos 26.9. Close the bracket. We are going to have the value as 25,844,465,459.905. Now this is in a year. Now this one is in hour. You remember, all our calculation is in hours, and then when we do that, this one is in hour. Now we convert it to seconds. We have 25,844,465,459.905. We divide it by 24 hours, and we divide it by 60 minutes, and we divide it by 60 seconds. It is going to give us 299,125.957 kilometer per second. Now, most students normally know the speed of light in meters per second. So just multiply whatever you have here by 1,000, it will give you meters per second. And that is 299,125,757 meters per second. Now, this is the speed at which an angel is traveling in 1 second. Now compare this with the speed of light. If you want to know, if you compare this one with the speed of light, you will see that the values are slightly different, and that is because Allah uses the term يدبر الأمر من السماء ثم يعرج إليه في يوم كان مقداره مقدار. Allah uses the word مقدار. مقدار means estimate, and if you want to know the percentage of the error, the difference between this and that, just divide these by the speed of light that we're having, and then divide it by 100, and you will see that the error will give you 0.01%. So that is speed of light. So Muhammad Sallallahu has proven to us, and he's somebody that never gone to school. How comes he knows this calculation? And the answer is that he is sent by Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah forgive us and grant us complete guidance. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.